welcome to another random battle replay cast. And today I'm gonna feature the ship what I consider the top dog of the current meta on tier 10, or when it comes to tier 10 cruises. And this is the Henri. The Henri just benefited so much from the implementation of the carrier rework and the amount of carriers being around. And yeah, I will go into closer details why I think that is the ship to go for right now. If you want to farm damage, if you want to have impact on the game, if you want to, in general, also have fun, because it's also a lot of fun to play. I didn't check the lineup too much, but you saw there is a midway on each side. Apart from that, not too many battleships, but still some stationary cruisers that you can deal really well with. Cleveland and Targo, 3 destroyers. Well, destroyers with the current meta of carriers is not such a big issue anymore. So first of all, how do I play the, or with which kind of configuration do I play the Henri? Well, you see my concealment circle here, 15.9 kilometer. So what does it tell you? Well, for some maybe nothing. For the more educated players, or the guys that know what's going on, I have the legendary module on the Henri, and the Henri legendary module gives you a better reload, but sacrifices concealment for it. Why is that not a big thing anymore? Well, with constantly carriers around and so on, you will be spotted anyways. So the implementation of the new carriers reduced the value of the concealment. I wouldn't say drastically, but to a fair bit. And yeah, concealment was never a thing that the Henri was strong at, because that was like more a thing of Zao or Booster, Des Moines, etc. That were the ships that, based on their concealment, could surprise you if you weren't cautious enough in your Henri. And yeah, but with the carriers that changed. Furthermore, of course, I'm running IFHE, or not of course, but AFT is not as valuable as before, since you don't get an increase on the AA range. A thing that made the Henri also strong before. The Henri always had a really good AA suit, and with AFT it got up to 7.5 kilometers if I'm not mistaken, so quite a bit. And was really good at defending itself against carrier attacks. But that didn't change, only the AA range changed. I think you have now 6 kilometers, but your AA is still very strong. That's another upside of this ship. You can operate pretty much alone. If you have a clue in what you are running. So if the carrier spotted an area, then you know which ships are present in that area, and therefore you know what's going on. And then you can decide, okay, is it worth to go in there, or should you maybe switch sides and so on. You see me here in this position because that's the optimal farming position regarding ships that sit here on this map, if given of course that you have enough spotting. Right now the Haruguma has the issue that he's radared by Moskva or Stalingrad, and yeah, probably won't survive long. Nope, there he goes, and my spotting is gone. That's of course, you need some spotting, especially when you sit in these positions, but still, yeah, it allows me still to use this carrier planes to get in some damage. IFHE can penetrate 50mm of deck armor, which means the likes of Moskva, Stalingrad, Kurfürst, all the ship you can penetrate with your HE, which is massive, to be honest, and really a force that you have to reckon with if you are playing in these ships. If Henri appears and you eat a massive damage, then you can be certain that he has IFHE. Furthermore, what I wanted to say more, of course, with the increased reload, your reload booster consumable also increased in value, because you get now, instead of I think 4 salvos, you get 5 off. And you saw what I almost did to this Salem that crossed here. If my aim or my dispersion would have been a bit better, I think he would have been already dead, since he ate only two citadels, which could have been easily more. But that's also the thing that the Henri is pretty good at. You can play really aggressive now in the Henri. I mean, I wouldn't recommend to charge in everyone, and therefore I'm just sitting here, and as long as I have spotting, why wouldn't I just farm here without eating any damage? I mean, we are not in trouble so much. I mean, we are 1 ship behind, but still, the more and more I whittle down these guys, the easier it is for my Yamato and Stalingrad Friedrich to push through here. And there we have the next guy who's not having the awareness, I guess, that some shells are always coming from here. I mean, I was only spotted a few times, but still. They think this, of course, this position is mainly safe, but is someone that's capitalizing on this? That's the direct counter to these positions, and especially if you approach like this. This is of course not recommended. Go here and then go here and then angle yourself. This makes more sense. More sense. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just happily farming damage and so on. But there will be some more action later on. Believe me. Don't be worried. But for now, I don't see a reason of pushing out, and yeah. The Salem decided to do exactly the same now, the way outside there, and yeah, this is already like as if you have literally no awareness. But there are these players, and of course now the Minotaur from the back is pushing probably the Stalingrad and Salem away. The Moscow already died, and my Yamato and so on, they are pushing it now. Here I was not thinking that the Salem would turn again like this, but apparently he is. And yeah, very, very questionable play there for of the Salem. And when the Salem is gone, I even can rush in and like go 1 versus 1 against the Stalingrad. Stalingrad position down here I don't like too much. It's too close to the cap. Could have easily set here. Here you can get easily boxed in, and with a turning circle of the Stalingrad, that's not a thing you want to have to happen like towards you. Alright, so after there are no targets anymore, since they all got killed somehow, yeah, I decided, okay. First of all, I thought, okay, let's go to the other side and play around here. But you can also go. I decided then to push with my battleships here, because there's literally no opposition anymore. The Izumo is leaving. Stalingrad is, yeah, as I said, boxed in. He doesn't get out of there alive, that's for sure. And yeah, and then I can progress my path towards the enemy. I will play here from then on pretty aggressive. I don't care too much. Of course, the Henri is still only covered in 25mm, so HE spam can become an issue. So if you run in, for example, smoked up Harugumo or so, that's of course a thing where you can't disengage that quickly anymore with 15.9km. That's the thing you have to be aware. But apart from these situations, you can do a lot of stuff, in my opinion, and that's why I rate it as the top dog. So many of the other ships like Zhao really decreased in their value, in my opinion. Also, Hindenburg doesn't have the good AA it had before. Of course, the 50mm pen on the HE is still valuable against battleships, but it's not as fast as, for example, the Henri. And the concealment isn't outstanding either, so of course then you have the likes of Des Moines and Boosters, who are also benefiting quite a bit from the current meta with so many CVs because of the strong AA armament. The Des Moines not so much, but the Booster. Minotaur depends, could be how can I say it, a good thing. On the other hand, you are still depending on spotting, but you can protect your fleet against enemy planes very well. Mine was one of the strongest AA ships right now in the game on tier 10, as it was before actually. Alright, pushing through, full speed ahead. Switching to HE back. Yeah, now it's just a matter of time. I mean, the enemy is on the back foot here, 100%. And the Shimakaze manages to get pushed out by our Cossack, which is of course not really cool for him. But not without killing him before, which is surprising, but okay. And that volley went into nowhere. Because he slowed down and turned to the left, and yeah, I predicted my path not really well. I'm not going for the cap. I don't see us losing this game, especially with me on full HP, and yeah, I can just push now. I can just use the open space of this map and harass that Izumo. And yeah, if my aim says yes, you're on point or not. Enemy is pushing towards my midway. This can become an issue, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. And we get a fire. Izumo got also recently buffed. Still, the 50mm pen of these shells are able to penetrate him. Activating my reload booster to set additional fires. And in general just have full speed towards him. Also I wanna keep this path here. As I said many times, if you can get in the back of a battleship, then he has to show broadside to the rest of your fleet, like he does. So I don't know if my team is capitalizing, but would be a good thing. That was the improved 2.0 alpha on the Izumo guns, so they are pretty accurate now. Always keep that in mind, but still I'm not so feared. I repaired my turret because I'm not expecting him to shoot HE at a time, and I'm also not too lucky with my fires. Switching to AP because he shows broadside. And now the carrier noticed me, but as I said before, I don't care too much. Strengthen my AA focus. He can damage you, yes. But since I have the speed and I know where the planes are coming from, I have an easy time just running towards the carrier and take him out. By shooting besides, yeah, you see just damage how it increases. I have not even defensive AA on, and I don't think that I have too much AA upgrades. I think I have not in the captain builds. And I think only the upgrade for the 2 more puffs on the long range. Or long and mid range it is. That's it mainly. So no other AA buffs. And that demonstrates how strong this ship is in regards of AA power. Yeah, still not very lucky with my aim and hits on the Izumo. Izumo doesn't have too much superstructure. This comes on top. Now he's coming with the torp bombers. Of course, I'm using my AA or defensive AA consumable, and I'm able to dodge most of them because he didn't had the time to line up a proper shot. Yeah, 9 planes down. That will hurt him, and as I said, I have an easy time. Meanwhile, I also managed to get yeah, a fire going on the Izumo, which is finally a thing that I really appreciated. And second fire, and I get the kill. Screen died, yeah, that's unlucky. And he's coming back. Dive bombers can make a significant amount of damage, since I think they can pen 32 millimeters of armor, which I don't even have, so I have only 25. But as I said, at this stage of the game, I don't care anymore. I'm just going ham here on the midway, using of course AP since he's showing full broadside, hoping for some citadels. There we go, 2 of them. And you see 5 salvos out. This is massive. This is just simply massive in terms of firepower. So don't underestimate Henris that are charging you. They can finish you pretty quick if you show too much broadside, especially with a legendary module. Yeah, that's what I mean. I got a massive hit, but yeah. In return I killed the midway, and that ends the game. So just a quick overview what I think the top dog is now, and that's definitely the top dog for me, at least on tier 10. It's just super strong. Henri was, since the reload buff or reload booster implementation, always good, but now it's just like, with the current meta, it works out to really good. Too bad I didn't kill the Shima, because that would have been my Kraken, but I don't want to be too greedy. It's fine. 4 kills, I take it. 270,000 damage. And actually, I don't have any issues like getting over 150,000 or a bit below, maybe, on average, depending on the games, of course, and how they go. But normally, there's no issue that with Henri to get these kind of damage numbers. So maybe you try it out. I don't know. Yeah, almost 3k base XP, probably also a lot due to the playing kills, 20 in numbers. I wasn't focused too much, of course, because I sat in a pretty safe position in the beginning. If the carrier would have been a bit more annoying, I had to leave this position, but he concentrated on other targets, so my luck in this regard. Yeah, here you see what I did the most damage with, of course, with the AP. AP, you want to fire AP as much as possible, capitalizing on broadsides, and with a legendary module, you don't have to wait such an awful long time like you did before, and can actually do some nice work there. Alright, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm going quickly over the build after this video, and yeah, that's it about the dog for me. Alright, here we are back with the consumables, modules, and captain that I'm running currently on the Henri. I think personally, except for defensive AA, I would take all the premium consumables. Yeah, and only defensive AA you can yeah, leave normal. On the other hand, if you are playing, or if you're facing a lot of carriers, whatever, or for whatever reason, then just use this also as a premium. Because if you operate a bit alone, like I did in the last part of the video, then it might come in handy. Modules, yeah, pretty much straightforward. Main armament modification 1, then if you have motor boost modification 1, really helpful, because you wanna utilize your speed. If you don't have it or don't have the coal to buy one, probably go for, yeah, this one here, damage control system modification 1, I don't know. And that's what I meant. Here I just used the AA module, the modification 1, whatever it's AA armament modification 1. That gives you 2 more explosions on the long and mid-range AA. Then of course radar shift time, you need this mobility legendary module on the 5th slot instead of concealment. And then on top again the reload module on the last slot, on the 6th slot. Apart from that, yeah, that's the captain. I'm using this Mr. Honoré with priority target. Then I go, I think, expert marksman, because you need that on Henri. The turret traverse isn't the quickest. Superintendent, concealment expert still on top. if you want to go super fancy and don't care about any concealment, you go with manual fire control for your anti-air suit. IFHE, that's of course a thing that you can decide for your own, but I feel you can just penetrate everything, and that makes it so satisfying. And I mean, you could also invest in more AA perks if you want to, but I think you saw it, what I shot down, that were mid-bay bombers. So I had not too much issues. I mean, of course, you're eating damage. You will never be able to avoid, but yeah, IFHE came in handy. I used it in clan battles, and since then I left it because AFT didn't give me anything anymore. After IFHE, you go for Adrenaline Rush, and last but not least, Expert Loader to switch ammo types as quick as possible. And yeah, that's it mainly. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. You can just write in the comments if you agree with me, or if you have your own top dog right now. And yeah, maybe you can have a good discussion there. So bye bye and have a good day.